Howdy, folks. Did you move to California with a vision? Let's test it. Howdy, folks. Welcome back to the Test Press. My name is Brylan May, and we have a very, very, very special guest. We have singer, songwriter, producer extraordinaire, which we will cover a lot. Always glad to have a fellow producer nerd with me. And all-around creative powerhouse, Josephine, with us. Woo!
I really hope that I make your vision come true for this. But I'm sorry if I don't. I have a tendency to let people down, so...
Oh, it's okay. You know, like, I will probably cry and throw a tantrum. But besides that, you know. Anyway, comment ça va?
Ça va, bof. Alors, c'était un genre épouvantable parce que j'ai mal à la tête.
OK. Oui, je m'appelle Brillant. J'aime la pizza. Et, yeah, that's about all I got for
¿Hablo
you. español? No.
Nada? Nada mucho?
Nada.
Poquito.
I speak maybe like taco stand Spanish, or I can be like, dos tacos
Pastor.
por favor. Yeah, dos tacos
Give us
pastor.
give us your order.
Oh, okay. So, we're going to get into this in a second.
Wait, I'm chopping the meats. What are you getting?
Okay. We're
chopping the
role-playing.
meats.
Gotcha.
We're chopping the meats. ¿Sí?
Hola.
¿Sí?
Dos tacos pastor, and dos tacos asada, por favor.
¿Con queso?
Sí.
¿Sí?
Sí.
¿De todos?
Sí.
Bueno.
Yeah.
¿Piña?
What is that? Oh, sí. Yeah, always.
Always.
What
Siempre.
is always in Spanish?
Siempre.
Siempre.
Para siempre.
Para siempre. So this is actually a good segue.
Para
So
siempre.
you speak a lot of languages.
Not well, but I do. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
dabble in a lot of things.
Yeah, I've noticed that about you. I haven't known you for very long, but it's like I still don't fully know like what your deal is. I'll just come out and say it. Like I'm still trying to like figure out like yeah.
Where do you shop for
where do
groceries?
Ralph's.
Okay.
What about you? You look like an Erewhon.
What? Oh wait, that's kind of a compliment.
Yeah, you have money. You look like you have money.
Whoa, wow, okay. The like sweatpants and like the jean shorts under the sweatpants.
But see, that's the thing. The richest people always dress comfortably. If you notice that, no, I'm serious. If you go to Erewhon, like, see, it's like the fake rich people are like, Gucci down and like, but like the really wealthy people, they're in like pajamas.
I'm rich in love, bro. I'm rich in friends, love, art, spirituality, material wealth. Not so much.
Okay.
A lot of in kind. A lot of like I'm rich in jelly beans, jelly coin.
How many? If you had to put a number on how many jelly beans you have, what would you say?
Well, my first answer would be that I would want the community to be supportive of whatever I would say. So feel free to check me on this if you're listening to this. But let's say we figure every jelly camp is what, like 500, 1,000, maybe like 50,000?
50,000 jelly beans. That's a lot.
I think something like that. Yeah.
You know who also liked jelly beans? That was Ronald Reagan.
Okay.
So
Did you do that much research into me? That's it. One of my favorite paintings I have in my room is a picture of a sunset. It's yellow and pink. And then there's like a card from my mom on it of a sunset in a sailboat. But you open the card and it's a Ronald Reagan quote. And I'm just like, I love it. I love my mom.
Of course.
And I love quotes.
Yeah.
But it's the same reason I ripped a page out of my passport. Because it has all these quotes of these like founding fathers and these presidents and these guys saying this and that. I'm just like, I don't want to hear it, man. Like,
I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it. So I remix that shit. There's amazing children over here. We want to get onto the track.
The children can't. That's true. We might.
We do.
Yeah, we might
You
get
promised.
them onto the track.
You said.
Well, I didn't promise anything. That was it was more so you just said it, and then I think I was in here. But
Well, technically, he said it, and
That's true.
I was like,
yeah.
he's like, no. Once I finish my chicken soup with stars.
That's true. He did
I
say
will help you with this podcast.
that. Okay, if Dustin allows it, maybe we'll get him in here at some point. We'll see.
We'll see.
Um,
Producer's choice.
Yes, producer's choice.
Dealer's roulette. Dealer deal.
Dealer's roulette. Anyway, so as you said, you're a creative person that dabbles in a lot of different things. What was the first creative pursuit that you like? When you were a kid, did you start drawing first? Did you start songwriting first? What was that first thing that like really awakened your creative spark?
Two things I would say. The first thing that came into mind was Father's Day carpentry.
Okay.
I remember having a hammer and nail and making this like...
How old were you?
This is kindergarten. This is 4. And I remember it's Father's Day and they all come and it's like... So it's starting to be summertime. It was warm outside. And I remember I hammered these 3 wooden blocks and I painted them primary colors, I think, like red, yellow.
Yeah.
And it got my mind going of like, oh, what if a swing could swing itself? So my first invention that I patented right then was like a self-swinging swing. And then I was like, cool, inventing shit is fun. Build it with your hands. The other thing,
you can make it real.
And then you can make it real.
That's a very interesting answer. So by helping your dad with carpentry, you invented a self-swinging swing, which defies the laws of physics. I have to point out to our viewers.
So I'm curious to look at what I patented and whether or not it would actually work now.
Wait, so did you? No.
Okay, we didn't go through the whole official.
I was going to say maybe
not
a stupid
the whole,
question.
No. And in my 4-year-old brain, a patent meant that I wrote that it was patented.
Okay, right. You wrote it on you scratched it with a crayon.
I signed it, and I had the diagram.
Yeah.
That doesn't actually mean anything, as we know. Well, actually, it does mean something.
No, I was about to say. It does, actually.
I think, actually, the in-kind or the handshake agreements or your word should mean more than whatever.
I agree. And actually, when it comes to copyright, it actually does. Like, when you... it's a myth that you have to have something registered for it to be protected. Like, especially with music, if you don't register a song, if you have evidence that you made it first, like, you own it. So that's still usable in court. It makes it easier.
Got my voice memos, bro.
There you go. Yeah. So if anyone ever tries to bite your, bite one of your melodies, just be like, hey, I got the voice memo.
Oh, but then we get into a whole saga and there's lawyers and there's people crying their eyes out. There's Ed Sheeran's team being like, no, bro, we wrote this song. We were just in a room. And of course we're interpolating. Every song is interpolation.
Right. Art is just stealing from someone who stole from someone who stole.
It's a collage.
Exactly. But no, I assume you're referring to the lawsuit where I think it was Marvin Gaye's, right?
The Marvin Gaye estate
sued. It was for blurred line, which it's very funny that it was about blurred lines. But no, that would have been
the irony is not lost. I bet they picked it on purpose.
Yeah, but that would have been like a truly disastrous legal precedent to set that you can like steal the vibe of a song.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, then all of music would be like, it would just become like whoever had the best lawyers would get to keep stuff.
Well, that's kind of how it does function in a lot of ways today.
That's true, actually.
Yeah. And just in this particular instance, we're talking about the best lawyers representing the best artists, and that's what you hear about. But what we don't hear about is all the underdogs, the entire, under pyramid of the music and creative industries where some uncle lawyer is better than some aunt lawyer is better than, and then you come up with the big guns and you're toast.
That's true. You are toast.
Without jelly.
Without jelly. Right. Great segue. So I don't even know how to phrase the question, which is how little I know about this thing. So you're involved with an organization or concept called Cosmic Jelly. So I would like to ask, what is it? I even went to the website. And I just said, it said, pay $5 for collection number 4. And I was like, it doesn't tell me what's in the fucking collection.
Well, were there hints? It was a batch, actually, I think.
Right.
Use the correct.
Okay, sorry. Batch number 4.
Batch 4 is interesting. This one is batch 3 from memory. Yeah. Batch 4 was sort of a mystery. We didn't know what to call it. But batch 4 ended up becoming the London Cosmic Jelly Camp. And so we were going to have a physical bit of jelly there.
Okay.
We were in London. We were working out of the lovely Imogen Heap, if you know her. Shout out.
I do.
We were working out of her home in her studio.
She's my mom, actually. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, dude, why didn't you pull up to camp then? Come on. In the backyard. So we were there. We were also at this amazing studio in London, Total Refreshment Center.
Okay.
Which I just lucked into, honestly. I ended up in London. The random roomies I found from friends and friends were like sort of original people who started that, photographers and artists. And so it was next door to where I was living in London. And basically we brought a lot of really amazing artists, mostly from London, like 80%, and then 20% visiting Cosmic Jelly artists from LA, Brooklyn, the classic music cities, and then a couple like people who we just kind of put it out and said, if you're interested in this, if you're in the surrounding areas, if you're like in a place in Amsterdam or in France where you want to come through.
Yeah.
And had about 5 days where as artists we could actually just make music and not be thinking about, what is this cut for? What is this thing for?
Yeah.
Why are we doing it? I'm like going around like
does God exist? You know, all of that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And just like settle. Take off our shoes. Get some amazing wisdom from, Imogen Heap. That was a blast. That was incredible.
Man, yeah, she's unreal talented.
Next level.
Yeah.
Yeah. In all the dimensions too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I have to be honest, that's one of the worst answers to a question I've ever heard in my life. So the question was, what is cosmic jelly? And then you said
I did tell you to roast me. I did tell you.
Exactly. So, okay.
Okay. What is cosmic jelly? Do you want to try some?
Sure.
All right. This is batch 3. So, and this is my personal stash, but I feel like you can do a little like pinky on it.
Okay. Does it but what is it?
It's lip jelly. So I'll test it.
Oh, okay.
I'll do it this. So it's lip jelly like
Okay.
that. It's all organic ingredients. So it's a bit of cocoa butter, jojoba oil, Manukor honey
Okay.
that comes from New Zealand. And those are the main ones. There's a tiny bit of zinc oxide, so it has UV protection on it.
Okay.
I'll
I'll try a little bit. Oh, wow. It's like Vaseline kind of.
Yeah, so it's a little bit like that. I love it, especially in the summertime for music festivals when you kind of want an all-purpose. You want a little sunscreen. It can be cuticle gel. It can be like a little brow gel.
So it's like a multi-purpose.
Multi-purpose. The like business element of it, which I don't really like to call it that, but if you scan this QR code, it takes you to a playlist full of music.
Oh, okay.
That's only accessible by buying the product.
That's pretty cool, actually. That's a pretty cool business idea. Seriously.
So you're like, oh, you're so hard to find. You're not on Spotify, like all these things. I'm like, cool. Yeah, this stuff will come out eventually. But how do we build an economy around the creations before it's out there in a way that's like physical and tangible and people can experience?
Yeah. I almost wonder if because I feel like something like that or like that loose concept is like perhaps the future of probably at least of like being an independent artist, because streaming is just, it's such that, I mean, you literally make no money from it. I mean, unless you're getting literally tens of millions of streams.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not getting any money from it.
Yeah.
So something like that where like someone can like actually buy a product, it might be that might be a way forward, like in a post-streaming kind of music economy.
Yeah. I mean, at least for a lot of my musical world right now exists not on DSPs, which I love. And, if you really care and are invested and want to financially support it, then pay me in trades or pay me in whatever you want. And we'll figure it out. And I'll of course, we can listen to it. You can critique it. You can remix it. You can grab the stems.
Oh, wow.
It's like, I feel like that's that kind of prosumer, whatever you want to call it. It's like, the audience is the friend, is the creator as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very much the ethos of Cosmic Jelly.
Okay. I like it. I love it.
So another thing, originally, like year one of Cosmic Jelly, I was manufacturing these actual products and doing all that. I think as we're moving in to the year two of Cosmic Jelly, we're much more flexible. It doesn't have to be like an in-house product. So really leaning on like collaborations with other brands who manufacture a product that is already beloved by an audience. Like we were working with an artist out in Guadeloupe, and let's say that artist was really into kombucha or hot sauce or something like that, that could potentially be distributed. That music, those creations could be distributed via that product that's specific to that artist, that culture, rather than it being like something that's necessarily a Cosmic Jelly manufactured product.
Okay. That's super interesting. It's like a creative and consumer goods hybrid company, basically.
Yeah.
Cool. I like it. Cosmic Jelly.
Are you interested in joining the jelly?
Is that
TBD?
Okay? Yeah. Is it like a cult or?
No, absolutely not. It's like
I'm kidding.
I mean,
she's like, well, is it?
Well, there are some certain tests that you have to pass.
Okay.
To be accepted. And maybe the first one would be, are you more cosmic or more jelly?
Okay. Is this a test we can do right now? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we battle?
Oh, so you want to do the beat battle now? Okay.
I think that's an appropriate segue.
Okay. All right, folks. Well, normally we do a game at the halfway point of the podcast, but today we're going to do something a little different. Josephine is, as I mentioned at the top of the show, she is a super talented producer. I am also a known to wear a producer hat every so often.
He's a super talented producer. He's the best producer you've ever seen.
Oh,
best mixing and mastering engineer.
Oh, okay, that's just a load of hooey.
No, it's a load of cosmic gooey.
Cosmic gooey doesn't have quite the ring to it as jelly. No.
Nah.
Yeah, I think sales would be down if it was cosmic gooey. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to have us a little beat battle.
Ooh.
So how this is going to work is I have my laptop here with Ableton Live, which actually is something we didn't get into yet, but you're a fellow Ableton head.
Oh yeah. Shout out. Although, yeah.
But she uses Ableton Note and the new Ableton Move.
Which one do you want me to use?
You can use whichever one you're more comfortable with.
Okay. Depends on the day.
Do you want to flip a coin?
Yeah, let's flip a coin.
Okay. All right. Heads for Note, tails for Move. Hey Siri, flip a coin. Oh, it's heads. So use Ableton Note on your phone. How long do you think we should get? Think 10 minutes or 15 minutes?
Should we do a test first? Like, let's do like a 30 seconds, 1 minute.
1 minute?
1 minute beat. Yeah.
Okay.
Speed run it.
1 minute beat?
1 minute beat.
Oh my God. I don't even know if I can. A 1 minute beat.
1 minute beat. All right, is the timer? Should I start a timer for us?
Sure, if you want to.
Okay.
Well, let me get situated. I don't even have Ableton open.
We have a minute to get situated.
Oh my God.
On the clock. 1
this
minute.
Is scary.
You only got 1 minute to save the world, Brian.
Save the word.
Save the word.
Don't break the studio. Okay.
Only 1 minute to untangle the headphones.
I got to put my headphones on.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. I feel naked without my hearing
everything
headphones.
Sounds so different now.
Okay, what genre are we going for?
You choose.
Okay, let's do house. That's nice and simple. Let's do 128 BPM.
Oh, that's too easy for Ableton. Come on.
Okay.
Okay, let's do jazz.
Are you serious? Okay, fine. We'll do a 1 minute. This is so fucking stupid. Okay. All right, we're gonna
Jazz.
do a 1 minute jazz.
We have 17 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna set a timer. Ready, set, go.
Fucking hell.
Pencils down. And let's beat swap? Should we beat swap?
Sure. Oh my god.
And maybe now we have to make each other's beat better.
This is fucked. Dude, mine's not even a beat.
Perfect. We'll make it better.
I just started playing trumpets. Oh my god.
You're gonna hear yourself saying some things. Should we play it for the class?
Yeah, let's play it for the class.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just play it on the phone mic and
Say what?
Wait, I need to mute the bass. Stop.
how's this jazz?
Say what? Say what? Say what?
That's kind of cool, honestly.
We'll do a new one.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Your turn.
mine is not. It's just a bunch of fucking. It's just a bunch of fucking trumpets.
I mean, mine's just like a weird sample.
Okay. Yeah.
Come
So
on.
in the jazz tradition, I basically just started hitting random keys. So
Cute.
okay, let's see.
Put your headphones on.
All right. Without further ado, here's my jazz beat that was made in 60 seconds.
70.
I think that's more jazz.
I was
than
about
yours,
to say.
be fair.
I was going for like resample jazz in hip hop, and you're going for like original source material.
Yeah.
So I think you won that.
Oh,
I think you won that. Round one though. That's only
Okay,
round
that's
one.
only round one. Okay. So do you want to do? Let's do a big boy.
Do you want to say what the prize is?
Okay. Yeah. So this is actually good to get into. This is I don't even know what's happening anymore. This is the most insane episode of the Test Press. So I met Josephine at a show of this wonderful artist called Revenge Wife.
Revenge Wife.
Revenge Wife,
Stan.
we love you. We love you. Come on the podcast. Yeah, she makes like indie pop. She's awesome.
And rock.
And
Punk.
and punk. And
Everything.
fucking metal.
And metal.
Death metal. No. No.
And a little bit of like folk as well. She does have
Yeah.
some stripped down versions.
Yeah.
They're not out yet, but
Okay.
there's some.
Oh, so you're like good friends with her.
That's
Oh,
my girl.
nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
She was a producer during our Cosmic Jelly Brooklyn camp, which was batch 3. So like if you want to hear some unreleased Revenge Wife, you have to buy the lip jelly and then
Why are you turning my show into a commercial?
do. That's what this beat is. It's gonna be
Do you
a
want
jingle.
a free commercial?
No.
You don't? Okay,
I want. Do you want a free Ableton net?
I would love a free Ableton.
Okay,
net.
let's get back to it. Let's get
Okay,
back on
okay.
track.
Anyway, I was gonna. Oh man, I had a funny bit
Aw.
for the commercial.
Wait, redo.
No, it's too late. Now
It's
I
too
don't
late.
even want to do
Oh
it.
yeah.
No. Okay, so what were we doing? Oh no.
Round-
So anyway, I met Josephine because she was at a
I don't
Revenge
remember this,
Wife
by the
show,
way,
which
for
is
the
kind of
record.
crazy. And,
Which one was it?
It was the one here in L.A. The one just a few last month.
Oh,
Yeah.
Was it at El Cid?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
and Disco Shrine was there too.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fantastic
and-
show.
Yeah, it was a great show.
So good.
Josephine was wearing an Ableton hat, and I came up to her and I was
Oh.
like,
Classic mistake.
"That's a fucking Ableton. Why is that a mistake?"
Because then you get random bros being like, "Oh, dude, Ableton. Do you produce an Ableton? Do you are a producer? Oh, whoa, I've never met a female producer before."
Okay, I didn't say that, but
No, you
I
actually did it. No.
I did literally ask you. I was like, "Oh my god, are you a producer?"
Yeah.
That's not. What's
No,
wrong with that?
I'm just giving you.
No,
I'm just-
I know.
It's led. I'm so happy to be here. I'm having a blast.
No,
you can't tell.
No. But no, I get what you mean. Like producers, like there are definitely, I've met a lot of like producer bros that are like very annoying, especially like whoa, like dude, have you ever met a chick producer? And it's like
The amount of times I get that if I ever wear this hat. So I wear it on very specific occasions
yeah,
where it's like, I'm with my homies or friends, or I'm just like, it's cool. I like a black hat. It's minimal. Or with
Yeah.
people who absolutely will not be in a
right.
music scene.
Most people,
If
would
I'm like
not
at
even clock
Disneyland
it.
or something, like
yeah,
pulling out the Ableton hat, and
a
then
family
and then
from
if
Nebraska is not going to ask you, hey, what's your favorite plugin?
yeah. Then it's cool if somebody sees you, they're like, oh, it's the same time you're wearing like a Celtics hat or something, and somebody's like, oh, dude, go Celtics,
yeah, go
Knicks,
Sports. Go
and
Knicks.
you're like, yeah, dude,
yeah,
I see you.
yeah. But anyway, that's all to say. That's when I first talked to her, but apparently she doesn't remember, and she wished I didn't talk to her.
No, I was honestly, well, I thought because you were at my, cause I saw that you DM'd me, and then I went on it, and I saw Halo Kitsch,
Right.
and I was like, oh, so you must have been at the show.
I was at the show.
You were at the
Yeah,
little
yeah.
secret show.
I was, yeah.
But you missed Josie and the Big Dogs.
I think I literally got there like right after your guys' set. Which
Swing and
miss. But anyway,
here we are.
long story short, here we are on the test press. Okay, so do you want to do the real beat battle now?
Yes.
Okay. How long should we get? You think 5-10 minutes?
Well, we're swapping now, right? You got to make mine sound better.
Oh, okay.
And then
Okay.
and so the round 2, so I'll cook on your Ableton. Let's do like 5 minutes,
Okay.
and then we can decide if we want to do a round 3 of like really really cooking. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
I don't know. My podcast has been taken over.
We're gonna be both on kind of unequal footing because it's like I don't know your
That's true.
your laptop.
That's true, actually.
You don't know what's going on with my phone.
Yeah, I've literally never used this before, so
It's perfect.
I'm not even sure I'll be able to make it do anything.
But the nice thing is that we have amazing source material. That melody line on that synth was actually pretty genius. I saw where you were going with that.
Genius.
I saw where
Okay.
you're going with that.
Let's calm down.
It was jazz. There's a lot of it's genius to set me up for failure. Think about how many chord progressions I'm gonna have to go through.
That's actually a good point. Yeah. Okay. All right.
You are my friend.
Okay. Oh Lord, you don't have ear mites, do you?
No. They're pretty good. You can do your own, but I would say corded headphones.
Okay. All right. Time is up.
Time is up. Quick arrangement.
Okay, folks. So you probably only saw some select clips from the insanity.
No,
that
they're
just
seeing
happened.
all of it.
There's no way I'm leaving the whole thing in. I cried. I threw up a couple times. It was insane. But we do have our results. So
Well, we don't have the results, but we have the beats, and then we should vote on.
yeah. We'll vote.
We'll be fair.
Okay.
We might let producer decide.
Okay, actually, I like that.
Producer's choice.
Okay, and remember, Dustin, I do pay you. So anyway,
Whoa.
okay,
We're not cutting that part out.
Yeah, so let's go. Let's play Josephine's first. Do you have a name for yours?
Last night.
Okay, last night.
Yours is what, first day?
Last day.
Oh, then I'm first night.
Okay, first night.
First night. Actually, that's way better.
This is first night.
Primera noche.
Primera Noche by Josephine. Let's go.
I can't hear it.
Oh. You can't? It's because you have the wrong headphones on.
Oh.
Okay, we'll
That's such a classic studio. Could we?
No, yeah.
Where you're
it
like
is.
headphone swapping and then all.
Oh my God! So I don't know if this has ever happened to you. So I was recording the stuff that I'm working on. My friend's a guitarist, so he was recording the guitar parts for me. So he came over to my place to record, And I get all the sessions set up beforehand, so we could just like, all right, we can just go.
Plug and play.
Exactly. Yeah, he comes in.
Presets.
Boom. Yeah, so we get there and he plugs the guitar in. I even bought a UAD interface, which I'd wanted for a long time. I finally got one, so I'm like, oh, dude, the DI is going to sound fucking sick. So I plug it in, nothing happens. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I thought, oh, like, okay, maybe it's just like a glitch, whatever. I restart Ableton, still nothing. I'm like, what the fuck? I spent like 2 hours. I literally was like about to break my computer. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like VSTs were working, but like recorded audio wasn't working. So then I searched, like I even reinstalled Ableton while my friend was there waiting.
He's like on his phone, like,
yeah. And I was just like,
pulled up to the session.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is going on? So then
we've all been there, bro.
Yeah,
we've all been there.
I literally Googled like Ableton straight up not working. I think that's what
and it said put your headphones on.
No, but so there's this in the new Mac OS. Do you see this little icon up here? This orange icon. By default, it's set to voice isolation, and it routes audio programs through that too.
It's all that Bluetooth and the AirPods. Yeah. And then I hate when they do like the voice mic automatic.
Yeah, no, but that's what this is. And so someone else luckily on Reddit was like, check the mic mode because by default it's on voice isolation. So the guitar, it was muting the guitar signal because it wasn't vocals. And I thought I had always had that on, but the only thing I'd recorded live ever was vocals, and the rest was plugins, so I never noticed it before. So we wasted 2 hours of the session because fucking Apple. By the way, if you're watching this, Tim, fix this shit. It's crazy that this is on by default.
Timmy,
come on.
And also bring back human help because my dad was like calling me the other day. He swapped over to the whole Mac infrastructure, the Apple infrastructure, Mac plus iPhone. And he was like, I know, in fact, I missed a call from him. I should call him back after this. But he's like, I have all these things and what is iCloud. There's so many things and so many settings. And I was like, oh, go to the Apple store, get a Genius Bar. And I guess wherever he lives, they're not doing that. Like, you can't just go talk to somebody. It's like, oh, you can take a group class or something. Anyway.
So they got rid of the Genius Help sessions?
Well, this is unconfirmed, but this is according to my dad. So it also could be, but also the fact that it's not easy enough for him to know what to do.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Make it easy, man.
Come on, make it easy over
Software
here.
for dummies.
Exactly. So anyway, Tim, take that fucking option off by default, or at least don't have a fucking DAW routed through that by default. Anyway, sorry. But I love your products. Well,
that's probably because Ableton is not Apple native.
That's true. I bet on Logic, I wonder if it...
Logic has its own issues.
Well, yeah,
Trust me. True. I use them all. I'm truly dognostic, which I believe in. That's the number one Josie's Jelly guidelines, like our kind of core tenets of Cosmic Jelly, dognosticism. Because
then I can't be a jelly man then.
But you are, because you can make it so like in that session, if you're just like, Ableton is not the way today, you could have just like picked up the guitar, and like made a song.
Sure, fair enough.
Or you just get to have an amazing story now.
That's true.
On a podcast. So
that's
even
That's a good point. Anyway, take the option off, Tim. Anyway, so this is...
Nobody else is going to care about that tangent except us.
No one. Yeah, there's like 4 people listening. They're like, hell yeah, brother. I wasted 2 build hours for that. Okay, so this is Premiere Noche.
Premiere Noche
by Josephine. Right now on the test press. Okay. Ooh, that kick is tasty.
I think you're supposed to start it from where I looped it.
Okay.
This is your original thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's getting to it. Oh, it's getting to the good part. Wait, let it roll. like looped at just those chords probably. Dun, dun, dun. Do it. Now you got to freestyle over it.
No, that's not happening.
But yeah, see, like that original,
Yeah.
I kept it exactly the same.
That actually, I'm kind of surprised at how well that worked. I did kind of forget that we were still doing jazz, but no, that really fucking works, man. You were okay. So I'm already going to start making excuses for myself.
No, dude.
I've never used Ableton Note in my life. I think I bought it. I tried it like twice, and I was like, I can't work this, so I deleted it. But this is Last Day. Let me go to my downloads.
Last Day. Honestly, the album artwork for this track slaps.
What's the album artwork?
Did you see it on the phone? It's like it's.
Let's see. Let's pull it up here.
Yeah. Ba-na-na-na-na. It's, if you look at it there, but I have it in real life too.
Oh wow! Yeah, show the camera. Hell yeah!
You know, because it's like it might be your last day on Earth.
Yeah.
But as Alain, the artist, would say, au sujet du montagne, it's beautiful, but how do you say foreboding? I think it may be the mountains in Alaska, but I'm not sure. It's the kind of place you wouldn't want to be left alone. You know, you should be able to get there by car. There's a good parking lot. Because otherwise it might be your last day.
Wow. I don't know what that was, but we're going to roll with it. Okay, anyway.
We called the song that.
That's
so
true,
it was the last
Did you
picture.
just freestyle that, or were you reading that?
It was a combo.
Okay.
But it was the last photo of my camera roll, so I was like, there we
Fuck
go.
it. All right,
Hell
so this
yeah.
is Last Day by Fina Jose.
But where is, because Fine, where is you in
It's
it?
an inversion. Oh, true.
Come on, it was a collab. You can't
That's
erase
true.
yourself out of that. Fine May,
Fine May.
Josephine.
Fine May Josephine. That's actually kind of a sick name. Okay, this is Last Day by Fine May Josephine.
Oh.
Say what?
Say what?
Say what? Say what? Say what? 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 Say what? Say what? Say what? Say what?
This
Say
is
what?
dark.
What?
It does feel like I'm about to die.
Exactly. That's why it's called Last Day.
I'm right in these mountain I'm literally lost. Say what? Say what? Say what? Okay. Wait, this is sick.
This is terrible. It's one of the worst things I've ever heard.
It's jazz, baby.
What? What?
That didn't sound anything like it was on the phone. It was all supposed to play together.
Okay, the trick with the Ableton Move is you gotta take a screen recording because it sounds so good in the moment when you're making it, but if it's like lined up weird when you bounce it,
Yeah, that's why I was like, that literally, I was like, I swear to God, I was like, this actually is not too bad. It did not sound anything. It was all supposed to play at the same time. And it was like chaotic.
I'm gonna see what the
Okay.
It's so funny because like to be fair, my playback also, because you started from the beginning where I was like, I looped a section, so I wasn't expecting the opening of that.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
yeah, because I was like, I definitely didn't do that, but that's fine. And then some of my stuff came in, but yeah, that like atonal, like it was supposed to sound like you're about to die or something. So
for any horror films out there that need to score, maybe they
yeah, sure.
Say what? Say what?
Okay, so Dustin, if you're there, keeping in mind, of course, that my entry didn't really bounce correctly, and also that I pay you to do this. Who would you say is the winner of the beat battle?
Should we get a drum roll?
What?
Oh wait.
Mordecai!
Which one did you like best?
I liked it the first one. Why am I laughing?
That's all I have to
Okay.
say to you.
Josephine is the winner of the beat battle.
But I think there's a prize for second place.
Okay.
And it was like best effort. And I don't even think I won the beat battle because you gave the original idea. So the beat won the battle, but it's who is the best contributor within the beat.
Don't do this.
No, but this is real. I couldn't have made that beat without that original inspiration. Which is kind of the like, that's honestly the most important part of a song is what inspires the song.
That's true. I promise I'm not a terrible producer.
Okay, do you want to put it on? Show the class?
Yes,
Does it
okay.
fit? You might need to loosen it a little bit. I've got a small
I have
head.
a very large head. So I feel
Might need a lint
so
roller on
cool.
that too, but
Oh no,
you know.
I live with a cat, so I will. Oh my God, I feel so cool. I feel like Anakin getting crowned by
Dun, da, da, dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun, dun,
becoming
dun,
Darth
dun,
Vader. Well,
dun.
maybe not exactly.
Dun dun
but-
dun dun. Dun 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 dun.
Oh my God,
Dun 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 dun.
It's official. I'm a production douchebag.
Hey, you're knighted. You're knighted.
Hey. Okay. From henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Saturation. I don't know.
Darth Equator.
Darth Equator. Okay, I'm Darth Equator. Anyway, before we get out of here, I had so much stuff planned, and now it's all gone.
Don't speedrun it. I'm so
No,
sorry.
okay, no, it's fine.
I
No,
hijacked
this was great.
I'm having a blast. Don't
yeah.
worry about it.
I do want to talk about at least one of your songs. So you make music under the name Josephine. And my favorite of your songs that is up at least on streaming is "Stop Chasing Flower Girls." This song is, it's just, I legitimately, I'm not just saying this, I legitimately listen to this all the time.
Aw.
Yeah.
On Apple Music, Spotify?
Apple Music.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Getting those Apple Music listeners up.
Hey,
Heck
yeah, pays more than Spotify. So, anyway, let's just play it, and then we'll talk about it after. This is "Stop Chasing Flower Girls" by Josephine.
Started changing my name. Don't think you know me now, and you don't feel the same. Think you're ugly now. I wonder how. Right then I see myself in your face, silver and lace. You're changing shape. You look like you taste. Smoking ashtray. You're like a stain. Ink in my veins. Never enough. Dopamine drains. Covered my walls. Altered my brain. I'm so fucking nice. You're so fucking insane. I'll stay for you. I'll hold you down. Try to move. You taught me to love you like all your fantasies do. I've been talking in tongues. Wish you could understand my upper hand. Tout l'amour qu'elle me donne.
French.
Elles sont magiques avec les mains. Back when I fell inside of your faith, into your legs. You was on my side, I saw my mistake. Little too late, you're like a stain. Ink in my veins, never enough. Never the same. Covered my walls, altered my brain. I'm so fucking nice, you're so fucking insane. I'll stay for you. Hold you down, try to move. You taught me to fuck you and fuck your fantasies too. I'll stay for you. Hold you down, try to move. You taught me to love you like all your fantasies do.
Oh my God.
Long ago, my heart and mind got together and designed a beautiful girl for me. Da 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 da. Oh, what a fantasy. Da ba da ba da ba da ba da.
Okay, that was well. The first song you heard was "Stop Chasing Flower Girls" by Josephine, and that little riff after was I'm not sure what that was, but I liked it. It was good.
Chet Baker.
Oh right, we're listening to that.
Fantasy. I mean, in the music video for that song, it's the intro.
Oh.
But on the album / EP album, it's the outro, I think.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, we were listening to Chet Baker on the ride in here. He seems like he's a pretty big influence on you.
Yeah, in kind of a negative way.
Okay.
He just messes around, you know. He's kind
Yeah.
of a player.
Yeah.
He's a playboy.
He's a fuck boy for
He's
sure.
a fuckboy.
Um,
An amazing musician. He's so simple.
yeah.
He just hits me with that. We're in the car and I might have a concussion. and I was tired, and thank you so much for driving.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But I was like, I just need to like chill out, you know, put the eye mask on,
Yeah.
have Chet lull me off to sleep with
And
his fantasies and his lies.
Yeah.
There will never be another you. Come on, there's gonna be another me, bro. It's
There's
okay.
gonna be another you by next weekend. That's how it works.
he falls in love too many times. That's the thing.
Anyway, stop chasing flower girls. I love the production on it. What's your go-to synth? Do you normally just stay in Ableton, or are you was this a VST? Like
That was a which synth are you talking
so
about?
I'm
There's
talking
like
about the
6 synth
yeah,
parts
right.
in there.
The guitar sounding one, like the main
Oh,
guy.
that's an actual guitar.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah,
okay.
that's it. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was tracked at this crazy studio that was it was a beautiful space, but also very horrorcore. Like there was like, you know, there was cats and bats and witchy things. It was sick. It was like dojo vibes.
Okay.
And yeah, I was working with CL. Shout out to CL, who I met maybe 11 years ago now. We worked at a restaurant together in Nashville.
Wow.
And then we completely lost touch. Like we overlapped a summer, maybe like a month, you know, we kind of like, but yeah, I completely forgot that he existed as a person. And then in Hollywood, randomly, we're at this like co-working space, and we locked eyes from across the room. We're like, you look so familiar, but we could not figure it out. And we were like there for a few hours. We're kind of going around like, where are you from? And none of the story landed.
Huh.
And then finally he came up to me and he's like, Firebird's Restaurant. And I was like,
there we go.
it. And then we got in the studio, and then it was like, this song has totally evolved from all these different arenas, but essentially, it was written about a lot of like shared experiences.
Oh, so this was written with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was written and produced with CL. I would say, like, from a production standpoint, the pieces that he's amazing at so many different types of things. The things that I was like really insistent on was I wanted to play live drums, because I think like that's just where, and I played I would say I played most things, but I was like, the drums in this were the core. That was like the prata prata.
Yeah.
Like, and that was like, once we had those drums, like the rest of the song.
Yeah, because it has like it hits hard like electronic drums, but it has like the life that live drums have. So it's like it's a really cool like combination of the best parts of both. So that guitar part, was that all analog effects, or did you like mangle it in the box?
That one, I think are you talking about that da na 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 na? Yeah, pretty sure that was mangled in the box.
Okay.
But then a lot of parts also were like retracked on synths as well. So we had like Moog and a Korg, and then
like real ones.
Yeah,
not
real
the plugins.
synths.
Wow.
We had a Mellotron.
Oh, I want a real Mellotron so bad.
That was so fun to just like flip the switch and then like play it on different octaves.
Wait, was it like a tape one?
Yeah.
What, dude? I would see, this is how much of a nerd I am. The viewers don't get to see this most of the time, but I just made an O face basically at a
Well, I feel like I'm like
Mellotron.
bragging now. I don't want to come off
I
like
love
that,
it.
you know?
I love it. Just tell me I'm a piece of shit.
No. The thing is, dude, that melody line that you were writing on those keys.
I
Because
appreciate it.
Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can have all the cool sounds, but like that song was so much about the original like inspiration. And I was going through a breakup, as we all do. Like, I was
Yeah.
going through a breakup, and I was just like really having a hard time, and like to get to like have
Mhm.
it out on the track.
Yeah.
So necessary.
Oh, for
so
sure.
necessary.
Yeah. Like music is, we talked about this. Yeah, I've talked about it, I think, pretty much every episode I've done of this, of like just the healing power of making music and like just being able to get those emotions out,
Yeah.
you know, in a way that you really can't do in any other way.
It was so cathartic at the time. The funny thing now is because it's become such a big part of my artist. But you don't know, like, I don't know that at the time when I'm writing something. Like, I make beats every day, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
it was the day that I made the thing, and then it was like, but now that it's become such a thing, and there's a music video, and it's the last thing that's out on DSP. Is like now I keep like resurrecting this breakup because people are like,
Oh, right.
oh, what's
right.
it about? And la 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 la,
Yeah.
what's happening? And so now it's like this thing that was, looking back, relatively speaking, in my life, just a blip, whatever,
Yeah.
has now blown out of proproportion.
It's like,
and I was like, oh, this was like the love of my life. It's like, no.
it's like immortal in a way. Yeah.
It was been immortalized. But now I think the song just continues to take on new meanings and new interpretations, and
Yeah.
it's whatever is happening in my life now. If I play it live or something.
Yeah, that's the thing that I think, like, I've heard other artists basically say a similar thing, that like, in order really to keep yourself sane, you kind of have to do that, you know, especially
Yeah.
with your older work, because otherwise, yeah, you just keep reliving like these past traumas or tough parts, or, you know,
Yeah.
whatever what birthed the song. And yeah, you can just like ascribe, that's the beautiful thing about music, is that you can just ascribe new meanings to it whenever, basically. Which is why it's such a beautiful art form.
So beautiful. I was in a record store earlier. I forget her name, but she caught, it was like on the discount bin. It was 99¢, and I picked her up. She was a cool looking girl from like the 60s.
Yeah.
And I go in. It's like, sir. And the record store owner was like, oh my gosh, I love this artist, and like puts on this song, and in it. But first he says the lyric of like, how can I repay you, essentially, for turning crayons into perfume, or like being with me from crayons into perfume. And
Okay.
immediately my brain was like, oh, so this is like a like high school sweetheart, middle school sweetheart, elementary school sweetheart.
Yeah.
But it turns out it was written about a movie and about her relationship with a teacher. And so when he played me this whole thing, it's like this amazing movie about, they're like these kids in the UK. But anyway, he played me this, and I was like, oh, wow. When you sent me that, I started crying. And then
Yeah.
I was like, had this whole
It put a
idea in
whole
my
new meaning
head
to it, yeah.
about how it was like a lover. And actually, it's about a teacher, which is kind of weird, but it was platonic.
Yeah. Now, so if there's a song you really like, do you like to know the artist's meaning behind it, or do you prefer to just draw your own conclusion?
Well, I think in my job, I meet a lot of artists and songwriters, and then I become obsessed with them because I know the meanings of their songs.
Mm.
And it's so special and beautiful. You know, it's like you're writing a song together, or they're showing you their first song they made, or they're showing you the song their mom made or something. And like, because you know them and the context and all these beautiful things, you love them as a human being.
Yeah.
That like, now if one of those songs comes on the radio, or one of those songs comes on, it's like, I love that. I start crying usually.
Oh, wow.
But if it's like Playboi Carti or Kanye, or I don't know, or Sabrina Carpenter, I mean, I love songs from all those artists, and I've felt emotional resonance, but I'm not as much going into the lore. I think like as a fan, I'm mostly a fan in the studio or like on stage.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. See, I'm a big lore guy. Like, when I get into artists, like, I need to know like everything. Not so much like, you know, like, I'm not a person that's like really obsessed, like, oh, who are they dating? And like, not that way, but like their whole like artistic life. Like, I have to know
Cool.
everything. Like, who are their influences? Like, what was the first song they ever made?
Well, that's why
like,
you're such a great producer.
Oh, thank you.
No, honestly, because you listen and you understand, you want to understand. And I think that's the best thing you can be as a producer.
Yeah, I agree. It's and just in music in general, I think it's like one of the most important skills. And it sounds like you have that skill as well.
Cultivating it, you know. I think there's, especially when you get into rooms, you want to prove yourself. I'll be like, I'm good, I promise. Or
Right.
like,
Yeah.
this means stuff, and so I find sometimes I overspeak or over freestyle or over play instruments or something. But I'm trying more as a producer to just sit back and listen, pass the microphone.
Yeah, see, I kind of have, in a way, it's like similar, but in a way like the opposite. It's like an insecurity because I'm not a classically trained musician, and I'm not that good at like actual instruments. So honestly, I'm like pretty insecure about that. So like when I'm, around other musicians who are just like, like I'm just like, I feel like I'm like, oh, I suck. Like I'm nothing. Like what do I bring to the table? Like if I can't actually like, rip a crazy solo or, like play some crazy part on
It's your humility that you bring to the table. It makes people want to
Oh.
be in rooms with you because you're like you can admit what you just admitted to me, or you can say that and you can be humble and honest. And that's so rare.
Oh wow. Well that makes me feel very good. Thank you. Yeah, it's just yeah, I mean music is like it's just such a crazy, the creative process. You just go through so many emotions. It's like you said, humility. You go through periods where like, oh, I'm the fucking best. Like, well, everything I make is awesome, and then you listen to it the next day, you're like, I'm horrible. Like, I want to die. And I'm sure I hopefully at least you relate to that.
Even
I'm not
in the process
crazy.
of making that beat, like there was that moment where I was trying to play the scale and it sounded good, and then I was like, I just got stuck in a loop. So
Yeah.
I was like, I suck. How did I not know that this was a shortcut?
Yeah.
How did I?
Yeah, exactly. And it's so easy as an artist, especially in the production world, to like go into those holes, and like, you have to just learn how to get yourself out of them in order to be effective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Josephine, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't the first podcast I've ever been as an artist as Josephine, so thank you so much.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Josephine's podcast debut.
That's amazing. Wow. We you're now immortalized into the Test Press family.
And for the record, I think you're pretty jelly, bro.
I guess I'm jelly. All right, folks. We'll see you next time. Bye.